I've made over $2.5 million as a new realtor, but it took me 5 years to do it, which got me to thinking, if I had to start all over again, what would I do different? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how I would make $500,000 in my first year. I'm gonna do this as a business plan so it's easy to follow along and you could just copy it. Number one, I would get my real estate license, which is obvious. So if you have your license, don't worry about it. But if you're trying to get your license, just make sure you read the practice questions at the end of the book and you'll pass your test on the first try. Number two, I would do my rental strategy. I've been using this for the last 5 years and it's made me wildly successful. You gotta think, there was 4 million house sales last year, but there were 45 million rentals. So there's literally a 10-to-1 ratio of renters to buyers. So if you're in real estate and you're trying to work with buyers and sellers, but things aren't working out, that's why I would absolutely work with renters if I were to start from scratch. Think of it as if you were swimming in the ocean. If you're trying to swim against the waves, it's gonna be very difficult. But if you were swimming with the waves, it would become extremely easy. That's what working with renters is like. Trust me, like I said before, I've been making over $500,000 a year ever since my 3rd year in real estate, so it works really well. So let me explain the entire process. You're gonna wanna get permission to advertise a listing agent's property, and you're gonna put it up on a site like Facebook Marketplace. That's the beginner, basic way to do it, and it's completely free. When you're picking which listings to post, make sure you go into your MLS and set up a 1-hour radius of where you live. You're gonna wanna pick average price 2 to 4 bedroom properties, so you can get about a $2,000 rental commission. Typically, you're gonna make half a month's rent. In some areas, you make like a $300 referral fee, but you can charge a $300 or $400 transaction fee to the tenant. This way, you're still gonna walk away with about $600, but I'll show you a few strategies on how to get that up way higher if you're in one of those lower commission areas. I would do my average 5 to 8 properties per day, and then within a month or two, I would have hundreds of listings being posted. And this way, the tenants would reach out to me instead of the listing agent. So remember, you're getting permission to do this because most agents, they don't even want their rental leads. So when a tenant reaches out to you, you're gonna try to show them that property. If you can't get it rented out, no big deal. Set them up in your MLS so you can find them another rental. One of the big tricks here, you have to respond to your leads within 10 minutes of them reaching out to you. Because you got to imagine, they're going to be reaching out to a bunch of different agents. Whoever gets to them first typically will get the client. Here's something that I learned a few years into my career that you're gonna love. I started putting in pre-offers. When I did this, the amount of showings went down dramatically. In the beginning, I was showing 10 properties per client, which was taking me a lot of time. But once I started doing the rent spree, credit background eviction report, rental application, I would gather the proof of income, their driver's license, and I would write up a quick contract to lease. Then I did anywhere from 0 to 3 showings. Even if you have to show like 1 or 2 properties, make sure they get accepted first. So the owner's gonna look at their entire package. Once they say yes, then you go and show the property. That's gonna be an absolute game changer that I wish I did my first year. By doing this, you're gonna be able to put in at least 10 offers a day. Now, obviously, every single one of these offers isn't gonna get accepted because you're gonna be working with different qualifications. Some people are gonna have 500 credit, some 600 credit, some 800 credit. Some people are gonna have some background issues. So if you work with everybody, that's how you're gonna be able to scale to closing 10 to 30 deals a month. I myself as a solo agent. I didn't even have a team or a VA or any kind of transaction coordinators, but looking back on it now, I should have hired somebody a lot sooner. Nowadays, I do have a whole team set up, but it took me a while to get to that point. So going back and doing this again, I would absolutely start hiring people a lot sooner. Number 3, I would double down. I would focus only on rentals and turning renters into buyers. One of the biggest mistakes that I made, I didn't go all in for a couple years. So me scaling took a little bit longer than I would have hoped for. I did about 50 deals my first year. 6 of those were house sales, about $80,000 in commission. And then my second year, I ended up closing 170 deals and I made about $256,000. But my third year, that's when I really doubled down. That's when I really started to focus on turning my renters to buyers. And I ended up making $510,000 in commission and I closed 250 deals. So starting from scratch, I would have done what I did in year 3 in year number 1. I do teach agents how to do this. I'm gonna drop a link in the description. I call my program Rich with Rentals because I got rich off of rentals. My students are getting rich off of rentals. If anybody wants to learn from me, definitely reach out, book a call with me, or sign up on my site. But I want to tell you why staying with this one strategy, especially rentals, is going to work so much better than trying a few different things at the same time. You have to master one particular niche. This is a rental niche, so you're spending all of your time working on one lead generation method. Now, I do have a lot of different strategies for working with renters. Technically, there's 7 ways, but my MLS strategy, the one that I'm explaining to you now, that was my bread and butter, and it's still what I do to this very day. But if you go and try to do multiple different things like open houses, door knocking, if you start sending out mailers, or if you do like FSBO cold calls, you're not going to become an expert in one thing, and it's going to take you so much longer to scale, especially if you're trying to work with buyers and sellers, which is the traditional way to do real estate. And honestly, that used to work a few years ago. It might work in a few years from now, but it just doesn't work the same anymore. That's why I would double and even triple down on working with renters. What was really cool, I was able to turn a lot of my renters into buyers. And I still do today because I still do some of my own deals. Here's the thing, there's 2 ways to do this. You can turn active renters into buyers, meaning if a rental lead reaches out to you, you're going to convince them to rent a property instead of buy a property. So this means you don't have to wait 1, 2, or 3 years, because remember, in my first year of real estate, I still did 6 buyers, and that was with no network whatsoever. If I was starting over, I would easily be able to convert 20 renters into buyers in 1 year. There is another way to do this. It's turning your closed renters into buyers, but that's going to happen in a few years from now, so I'll save that for another video. Number 4, I would close 150 deals by the end of my first year. All you have to do is close about 12 rentals a month, every single month, and you're going to hit about 150 deals closed. I mean, I even have agents that I've taught in my program that are closing 15 to 20 deals a month. And some of these agents have done it within their 2nd month of real estate. Number 5, I would make $500,000 in my first year doing this. If you do the math, you have 150 rentals at about $2,000 a piece. Because remember, if you're in an area where you can get landlord leads, you can get your own rental listings and you're going to get a full month's rent commission. Or you can get half a month's rent commission if you bring the tenant to the rental listing. This way, if you average them out, it's going to be about $2,000 each, because some deals you're going to make $4,000, some $3,000, some $1,000. So now we have our 150 rentals at $300,000 total for the first year. But remember, we're also turning renters into buyers. So if you do 20 house sales, which is basically 1 or 2 sales every single month, that's an extra $200,000, right? Because it's 20 house sales at $10,000 a piece, which is $200,000. If you add both of those up, the house sales plus the rentals, you have $500,000 in commission in your first year working with renters. Number 6, I would optimize, I would scale, and I would repeat. I've developed so many systems and processes through the years. I have an entire clipboard system so I can rapid fire out templates that are copy and pasted from my notes section right into my messages app. I would use my Excel spreadsheets. I would use all the lines that I've learned that I figured have the best conversion rate. So this way, I'm not playing around with saying the wrong thing to the right people. That's why I would be able to use my systems and processes to scale very quickly. But remember I said there was actually 7 ways to make money with renters. I'm going to give you a couple other ones right now, because you could also work with apartment complexes. And this goes hand in hand with scaling. You can actually work with apartment complexes. They will pay you a full month's rent commission sometimes. You don't even have to do any paperwork. There's no lease agreements. There's no final walkthroughs. There's no application process. The leasing managers handle all of that. All you do is take them to the property, do the showing with them, and then you'll get paid within 30 days. And the property is $2,500. You're gonna make $2,500 for maybe 30 minutes of work. That's it. And this is called apartment locating. Now, there's another way to do this. We briefly talked about it. It's working with landlords. If you can get your own rental listings, you're going to get the full month's rent commission because you're going to double end the deal. And then you're going to put it in your MLS. It's going to syndicate to all the sites out there, the Zillows, the Trulias, the Hotpads, for free. And you're going to get hundreds, thousands of leads coming in every single month, which you can then convert into MLS tenant leads. This way, you can get half a month's rent commission for working with them to find them another MLS property. There's also some other crazy strategies like turning landlords into sellers. You can turn your buyers into sellers in the future. You could do Google Business to get a crazy amount of rental leads, and they are very high quality leads. So as I'm doing my MLS strategy, I would also be doing these other systems so I can scale over time. But the one thing that I would do a lot sooner is I would start a team. Now, running around by yourself closing deals is fun because you make a lot of money, you help a lot of families, but having a team of agents, I believe that's even more fun. Now you have support. Now you can help other agents reach their dreams and goals. Like when I started doing this a couple years ago, I had agents that came to me that were closing no deals whatsoever. So I started sharing some of my leads with them, and then I trained them on exactly what I was doing. And then I would actually make sure they knew how to talk to clients and write up contracts and get the deal closed. But once they were trained, I just had to provide them with the leads and then help them out from time to time. This meant I can use leverage and I can scale much faster. It took me a few years to do this, but if I was starting over again, I would do it much faster. In the beginning, you might be getting $500 commission type leads, but as you start learning how to do this, which obviously I'm an expert at now, I'm gonna be able to get $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 leads. I'll tell you this, I even got a client into a $20,000 rental, which that made me $10,000 in commission. That client ended up buying a $3.4 million home with me a year after that. So I made $85,000 off a Facebook Marketplace rental lead that everybody looks down upon. Okay, number 7. This is a big one, preventing burnout. So I burnt out pretty hard in my second year of real estate. I was going crazy. I was working 12 hours a day, nonstop, 7 days a week. I was taking no breaks whatsoever. Even if I would travel, which was extremely rare, I would have my phone glued to my ear and I would have my laptop in my briefcase, and it was just like work nonstop. Doing this, going to bed at 2 a.m. and waking up at 8 a.m. and then just instantly getting to work, it really put a toll on me mentally and physically. You can't expect to work 12 hours a day all the time and not have any consequences. So I have an entire daily schedule that I actually follow, and I'm gonna link the video at the end of this because you can go through my whole daily schedule and follow it along, because that actually prevented me from burning out. So those are the 7 things that I would do different if I had to start over from scratch, and I guarantee you I would make $500,000 in my first year doing this.